I don't know what's going on here. All right, here we go.
All right, there we go.
Hold on. I'm just checking the thing.
Let's give it some minutes.
I was always thinking to myself, I'm like, we might not have anything to talk about, but of course you do. We always do. We always
Yeah, too much sometimes.
I was always thinking to myself, I'm like, we might not have anything to talk about. Now it's working. Okay, cool. My phone's not do not disturb. At least we got the Nationals.
Huh?
At least we got the Nationals this weekend.
Yeah, we thought that on opening day, and then Mackenzie Gore kicked our ass. So
Still won. Still won though. So I mean,
not by much. Not by much.
Not by much. Not by much. I had to like boost my like laptop up to like kind of like I felt like when I had it before, it was like look. You guys were like looking at me like this.
Is that a Friday Night Roundtable shirt?
It is, yeah.
Where did you get that?
So I at one of the holiday work parties like this recent year, they had like they had a raffle thing going, and it was in one of the buckets, and I actually won like the shirt. It's honestly a size down, so it is a little not like too tight on me, but it's a little small. So
No, it doesn't look tight. I was just like,
yeah,
I didn't know that was
and it's good, and it says like something about like better than traffic or whatever on the back, so it's pretty tough. So it's pretty
interesting.
Yeah, you know how it goes. All right, people. 0.
Goose egg, yeah.
Goose egg. All right, I'll give it to like 2. I'll give it like another minute, and if not,
all the Phillies fans probably got pissed off and went to bed.
Probably, yeah, they're probably all sleeping. It's all good. Any update on Sunday? What do you think?
I haven't even asked Gabby. I forgot.
Okay.
I've seen her twice today. I forgot both times.
You're good. That game's at like 11:30, by the way, on Sunday. It's on the Roku thing or whatever. I'm like, okay.
My God. How miserable is that?
Very miserable.
11 o'clock. What a joke.
Excuse me. All right, here we go. Sorry, soon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Bank Phillies podcast, series and review edition, live for you listeners, for you guys. I am your host, Pete. I want my co-host, Henry. What is up, my guy?
What's up? Series loss.
I mean, little 2-game skid, little.
I mean, you want to talk about it as a 3-game skid, but
well, I mean,
I know we won one of them, but still.
Still. I mean, that's I'm trying to keep it somewhat positive here. Dealing with a little bit of adversity, I guess. I'm not freaking out too much like Philly's Twitter is. I've been seeing like a lot of like things, and it's just like the usual of like the teams aren't gonna get done. This is what we're gonna see in the postseason. Blah blah blah. It's like, dude, it honestly gets old. It honestly does.
Don't we have the best record in the National League?
Well, no, the Brewers do, because they don't stop
winning.
I forgot.
Winning. Yeah, I know. I forgot that they were in the National League for a second.
Which, by the way, peaking a little early, I would say. Just saying.
If it was us, I'd probably say the same thing. But here we are.
Hey, I'm just trying to stay humble, man. Just trying to stay humble. And I think, like I said, I can't stand all those people that like just say all that stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like, again, if you're a fair weather fan, just say it. Like, you don't have to express your feelings. Just tell us how, who you really are, and that you barely watch any games, or when you do watch games, you're only looking for the negative. So
the team's not even at full strength.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I think they obviously have a little bit of the lead over the Mets right now in the division, but I mean, that you can never settle. Like, even though we had like the 6th, or what were we up? 5.5 games or whatever at one point.
Biggest lead since like May or something like that.
Yeah, like obviously like seeing that was great, that was awesome, but like I wasn't like satisfied saying like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna like run away and win the division.
Yeah,
like, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was never like that thought never crossed my mind.
But that was my point when we hit that skid right before we went on this little run here.
Yeah.
Like, you got to capitalize on those games, and when we talk about them throwing away the last game of each series, you gotta capitalize where you can. The Mets suck right now.
Yeah.
Right now they're up on the Braves. Last I checked, it was 2-0 or 3-0. But you have to capitalize. If they're on a losing streak and they're not feeling it right now, start putting everybody. Let's go. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly. And I mean, listen. They had they had the series in Texas, which they swept them. They finally did what we asked them to. I mean, I didn't think I was like, wow. I was like, we completed the sweep. Like, okay, that's great. Like, it's awesome. And
haven't won there since 2014, and all of a sudden we got a sweep.
I know. And they looked good. I mean, listen, I know Texas is not the greatest team. I know they're like hovering around like 500 or something like that. I think I don't know exactly, but I mean, hey, it was a decent series, and they put together some good offense here and there in that series. But then now let's we go into the Cincinnati series that just happened, and I just think I not that I'm saying I expected it, but I like at the end of the day, Cincinnati's no like rollover. Like they're a very young team, and their pitching's pretty good. So it's just like I knew that like maybe we would struggle a little bit, but maybe not as bad as what we just saw. So
we were bound to lose a series eventually soon. I mean, who do we have? I mean, we weren't going to lose to the Nationals. I'm checking this schedule real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, then we have the Mariners. Like that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy.
Cal Raleigh, hopefully, big dumper hits a couple home runs here, and
when he's down,
hopefully
like,
he doesn't.
When he's down 7-0, he can hit a home run or whatever.
Yeah, the fact that you beat me in fantasy with him on my team is just ridiculous.
I mean, it doesn't take one guy, dog. It takes the whole team. You know what I'm saying? It takes the whole team set effort. So
building the whole team.
Building a squad over here, baby. Building a squad.
Yeah, you guys are on roids.
Okay. But no, seriously, let's get into some of this series. They did win one, which was back on Monday, which it took until like the final innings to really like put together some runs. And our guy Weston Wilson that we love so much, right? Finally coming through for the team.
Yeah, it's about time. Rob's hitting all the right buttons, baby.
Yeah.
2022 Rob is back.
Yeah. Mr. Rob Platoon, switching everything around. And, I don't know. I just, at the end of the day, I'm just like, whoever's there in the game, I don't care. Just play good. Like, I understand. Like, it's not to, like, I'm not trying to, like, get too deep into, like, the whole platoon things. It's just, like, I feel like every time I talk about it, I just, like, my blood pressure rises.
Well,
so
clearly the platoons are working.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, it's seeing what
criticize, like.
Yeah, exactly.
I just hope they don't do that, and like, God forbid they make it to the World Series. Like,
Yeah. You want some consistency.
If they make it to the World Series, you're like, let's not, or even through the playoffs. You can't have, half you guys are starting today and half of you are starting tomorrow. No.
Yeah. And I think it's just more of like, finding that cleanup hitter. And right now, like Castellanos is just like absolutely awful.
Well, JT batted fourth today.
Who is it?
JT.
JT. Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been having him there for the most part, but I'm saying even like, not even just cleanup, I guess, but just like the spot after, like the fifth spot. It just.
I was gonna text you earlier when that came up, and I was like, I totally forgot, and I was like, I wonder why they switched it around. Like JT's been on fire, but
yeah. I mean, even the top guys this past series, like struggled in, like with Harper, Schwarber. Schwarber didn't look his best. I know he had the one home run. I think it was on Monday night, and which, by the way, all this stuff about Schwarber and like Cincinnati and doing all that pregame stuff. Like, I mean, like,
can we get to it after the games?
I guess, yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, we'll save it for that next.
I don't. Not to ruin the moment we have right now, but
no, you're good. I'd
rather just solely focus on that for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, real quick, I will say this for Monday's game. Shout out to Taiwan. Did a pretty good job. Yeah, serviceable and kept us in the game. I mean, that's all you can really ask from him, and it's kind of starting to make you think a little bit. It's like, well, can he help us out down the stretch here? I'm just saying down the stretch. I'm not saying
okay.
I'm just saying, be serviceable. That's all that matters, type thing. But yeah,
I
just
don't know if he used it, man, but his pickoff move is lethal.
It is.
I don't know if he used it on Tuesday or on Monday, but holy cow.
Yeah.
He's getting guys like left and right.
Yeah, he was. But like I said, didn't really score runs until like top of the 8th. That was really the inning that we broke out and went up 4-1. And then an interesting thing we saw on Monday as well was David Robinson got some time pitching after that inning. Looked pretty good. He walked the first batter, which I was like, okay, starting to get a little worried here. And it was like, hopefully it doesn't turn anything bad. But it didn't. But looked pretty good. So it was a good thing to see, I guess.
Yeah, he's 5 pitches in. You're over there like stressed out.
Well, yeah, I mean, like,
bro, he's got back.
Yeah, well, yeah, no,
give the
exactly.
old man some time.
No, I know, and like I figured that like the first like start he was gonna have was gonna be like wasn't gonna be great out the rip. Like he's gonna be like rusty or whatever. I don't expect him to be Duran like out the friggin' bullpen, but like but like, again though he put together some good pitches and he got through, and we'll see. Like it remains to be seen.
Pitched Duran this series.
We did not. We did not. He got some good rest, so I hope he's all good for when we need him next time. Hopefully we do. So
yeah, I was gonna say hopefully we don't lose every game.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be rough. So yeah, Monday's game was good for the most part. Like I said, late inning Phils. Would like the bit of them like not scoring runs for like the first 7 innings to like end. Like I'm kind of over that a little bit. So it'd be nice if they can get off that way for a little while, be nice to.
It's like the beginning of the year when they couldn't hit off starting pitching for like a month and a half. Remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
okay, I remember.
It's May 15th. Let's get some runs in the first 3 innings, fellas. Come
exactly.
on. Did you know? I learned this from the High Hopes Pod that they lead the league in runs 7th inning or later.
Oh wow!
I don't know what the number is. At this point, but they lead the league in home runs or not home runs, runs after the 7th inning.
Interesting.
Or 7th inning and on, so 7th, 8th, 9th. But
gotcha. Yeah, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, I mean, sometimes it's going to take that, like, to win games, and I understand that. I get it. It's baseball, but would be nice to score some runs early on, just kind of make me feel a little bit better. So I would like to stop, like, questioning halfway through the game. So that'd be nice. Yeah. All right, so move on to Tuesday's game real quick. Phillies take the 6-1 loss. I would really say the one thing that stood out in this whole game, outside of the offense really not doing nothing until Harper's late Chris Paul home run, which I'm okay with kind of. Well, not okay with it, but it helped me in fantasy. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But Ranger Suarez really, really, really had a tough game. And I don't know what really how to feel about Ranger right now, saying of obviously people are like, well, this is why we should let him walk. He's doing the same thing he did last year in the second half, whatever. And I will say the really didn't help him out in certain situations yesterday, and I think that really got to him and it really showed. But just a bad game all around from him.
Yeah, I don't see him on this team next year, unfortunately. I mean, I think Taiwan's contract, the last year of his contract is next year, right?
Yeah.
So you have him, you have Noah, obviously, you have Wheeler, possibly Painter, Sanchez. That's 5.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Taiwan gets a spot over Ranger, but when Ranger is going to win $150+ million,
and that's if he gets that.
I was going to say I don't know if he'll get that now, but I just don't see them going to blow their money on another starter.
Yeah. I completely agree, and I don't know, man. It's tough to see, or I guess be in this situation with Ranger and just the type of guy that he is, just in that clubhouse and how he is with the fans and stuff like that, interacting. And I think it's just it's one of those situations where it's listen, man, unfortunately, the last 2 years, when it's gotten to this point of the season, you haven't really showed us that you're reliable so far, is what I'm saying. He can obviously turn it around at the end of the season. I'm not, saying he can't, but he's had these stretches where it's just you don't know if he's just tired, if he's fatigued. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we saw it last year, yes, but then we saw the one start in the postseason where he kind of played his ass off for the team. He didn't really get no help. That's what I'm saying. He's kind of showed us in the postseason that he's reliable. Yeah. But then you see things like this, and you're just you get a little nervous. You're like, all right.
And you don't even want to put him in the postseason after something like this.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you just don't know. And I mean, I think even into last year, like we were questioning, like, is he gonna be all right? Because we saw what happened. So, yeah, gave up like 10 hits, gave up 6 earned runs, only had 3 strikeouts. Just like I said, just seemed fatigued, and it seemed like he was just off. Outside of some of the bad calls that he got, it just seemed like it was getting to him. And that's the surprising part about Rangers, that you usually don't see things get to him that much. We always see that like calmness that he has when he's in games.
Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't know how to show emotion when he's feeling something. It's like, okay, now what are we going to get out of him? And then he just blows it all up.
Yeah, exactly. So, exactly. But like I said,
I just don't see him on a team next year. I just, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's kind of starting to feel that way. It's just like, give us what you can in the playoffs or whatever, or later in the season, and then adios. It might be that way going into the offseason, so I'm just going to prepare myself at this point. So
yeah,
and especially with him having Boris as his agent, that's going to be fun to watch and see how that goes. So
Boris is an idiot.
So he's not Boris fans on this podcast.
I'm not. Yeah.
They give you no airtime,
dude. Remember when I used to go off about Scott Boris for like?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What was that even about? I can't even remember. Was it Soto? No.
Nah. Wasn't what's his name that signed with the Diamondbacks and then he got like DFA Montgomery or something like that? Remember the one pitcher, left-handed pitcher, that he's a Scott Boris client, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Jordan Montgomery, who now is not on the Diamondbacks anymore.
Yeah, so he's closed, I guess. Adios, buddy.
That was last season.
Yeah. We all thought that maybe Jordan Montgomery would save this team, but good thing it didn't. Anyway, Jordan Montgomery's getting airtime on 2025.
Right.
So
let's keep it moving.
Yeah. So going to today's game, Phillies take the 8-0 loss. Just this
pitiful.
Game, pitiful. Like I just. You know what? I feel so bad for Sanchez, man. Sanchez, he had a decent game. I know you gave up 3
I was just about to say,
but go ahead.
How does Marsh make 2 errors?
Yeah,
so close together.
Yeah,
I mean, a single turns into a home run. The calmness in my voice is to keep from screaming.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Like I said, I was like
pitiful.
Yeah, it was a rough one. I was listening at work and I could like hear it. I had my AirPod in one ear and I had people talking in the other, and you just hear everything falling apart in one ear, and I'm just like, this is great. This is awesome. And you know what? It sucks too because like the inning before, they had a chance to either tie the game or even take the lead because they had Harper up. Schwarber, he let off with a double, I think, and then got over to third on a pass ball. And in that, listen, I know Hunter Green's an amazing pitcher. He throws high velocity fastballs. I understand that, but I mean Harper's got to come through in that moment. You just got to put together a better at bat, and that's the thing. I was listening to the radio broadcast, and Stocker talking my ear off. Saying is he going to go to the fastball? Is he going to challenge him, or is he going to go back to the slider? And I'm pretty sure he went back to the slider and call Harper. And it's just like, again, the whole pressing thing, I guess, like in those situations, like you usually don't see Harper being like that, but it's just like he kind of almost felt like, okay, like he's probably gonna strike out here.
Felt the moment. It's like, all right, bro, come on, just breathe.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a normal at bat, and let's get it done.
Yeah. So you just wish in those spots he come through a little bit. It'd be great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was just a bad game all around. Romano, I just he needs to go play in Korea or something. Play in Japan. You stink.
His reaction of watching the.
I didn't even see. I can't watch, so I'm listening on the radio.
Yeah. I saw it afterward. Well, he just kind of put his hands on his knees like this, and then I guess he went he looked this way, and then the camera shot him just kind of like this, and it was just him it was weird. It was just dude oh my gosh, I don't understand, man. I just don't get how a guy like him just continues to get chances. I saw somebody on Twitter say that he's making Kimbrel look more appealing when he pitched for us, dude. I mean, gosh, I mean, at least Kimbrel didn't blow up until the postseason, which unfortunately that happened. But he's not even giving us Orlando's not even giving us a glimmer of hope that he could turn it around before like the end of the season. So that's the unfortunate part, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Just sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked. There was nothing positive.
Yeah,
other than Sanchez being okay.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, like, and I think we got to look at here too. Like, thank God for Sanchez recently, because let's be honest here, the starting pitching has been like really like suspect lately. Even Wheeler. So that game that he had the other day. So it's just like it's
I can see that.
I like hopefully he says he's good. I don't know about that whole IL stint talk that I've been hearing. I don't know if that's really going to happen, and who knows? Maybe they're waiting for Nola to come back.
I think it should.
Yeah. Well, and which, by the way, speaking of Nola, looked pretty good. Like I think it was last night he had a start. I think did he have 11 strikeouts?
Yes.
Yeah. So
struck out the side 2 or 3 times, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Fransky say that because Stalker was talking over him as usual. So
nice. Yeah. So listen, a good sign, and who knows? But again, thank God for Sanchez. At least he's somewhat doing his job, and I think again tonight's game, like he had no help. Like there's just there's not much he could really do. Try to do his best to keep him in the game, and was battling a great pitcher in Hunter Green. So
yeah, I mean, well, that's like I texted you. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Like I texted you, we're by the time the 6th inning rolls around and we've got nothing going against Green.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get to their pen, or we're toast.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I mean, if we held around a little bit longer, outside of that one inning, then who knows what happens if we get to their bullpen? Maybe a late inning heroics happen again. We don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
We won't ever know. So
that's what I was saying. You seemed almost confused that I was just so worried about Hunter Green.
Yeah, well, I mean,
the way that it read, I was like, I totally worded that wrong.
No, I know. I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, I guess, like I said, I know he's a great pitcher, but like it's just like, dude, I mean, 3rd or 4th time around, I mean, you got to read something. You got to pick up on something to change to put together a good at bat. Like I don't know, like it's just again, like it's just moments like that where I'm just like, you got to get to a point where it's like, okay, maybe I switch things up, or maybe I approach this differently. I mean, even guys like Castellanos, like just approach it a different way, I guess.
Yeah, he's never going to approach anything any different way because he doesn't know how to approach it in the first place.
Question with Castellanos too, real quick. I mean, like, do you think Rob continues to like platoon him and like kind of like mess with that type of thing, or do you think that like eventually stops? Like, I mean, I think like, do you think he'll continue on with that?
I think if he gets warm, then it'll stop.
Yeah.
But I think once that streak ended, Nick's like, okay, you need to do what's best for the team. And it may not be me right now, but just do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
Which I respect.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I think he needs to get hot for that platoon thing to end.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been pulled out of a game late for defensive purposes since that whole blow up in Miami or whatever happened there.
Yeah. I did realize that. So I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thing.
It's a lot.
It is. It is a lot.
There's 4 platoons going on right now.
Yeah, and then when Alec Boehm gets back, I mean, who knows how they're going to figure that whole thing out?
Who do you send down, Weston Wilson or Otto Kemp?
I think Kemp gets sent down. Unfortunately,
I think so too. But I think it should be Weston Wilson.
Yeah, well, we all wish for Weston Wilson, but that won't happen. The problem is, it's just like, they were talking about if they keep Kemp up, then you like platoon him and Stott at second base. But then, you also like, you got Menu Sosa, who's been playing pretty decent for us in games. And it's like, if he, is still a little hot, then, you try to keep him in, I guess. I don't know.
Remember when Weston Wilson hit for the cycle? Me too.
Yeah. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Yeah. So, yeah.
Awful.
That went right over your head. So
no, yeah. No, I got it. Thanks.
The movie reference. Real quick. Also, I want to note one thing because I saved it in my Twitter thing or whatever, my bookmarks, because it has to do with the bullpen and with Duran. I think it was after the one night that he pitched against the Rangers, which, by the way, going back to that series, he closed out back-to-back games, which I was kind of shocked by. I didn't think Thompson was going to let him close out.
But it's good that he can do that, but they're not using it if they don't have to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he could have put him in last night when it was 4-1 or whatever it was, but he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, there could have been spots where he pitched and it was like, should we do this? Should we not? You know, but he was like, nah, you're for safe situations only and situations that we think we can actually get out. We don't think we can get out of. So, adios.
Yeah. And so
ride the bench for this series, cool down.
Yeah, exactly.
Relax that arm.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to run him into the ground like I talked about before.
Right.
But so real quick, in the one game the other night, they pulled up a graphic on the broadcast on TV, and it was talking about like the opportunity, the save opportunities in the postseason or whatever. I guess looking back in the last couple of years, and apparently it was a graphic that where it showed the Phillies were 4 out of 10 in save opportunities in the last 2 postseasons, and the guy was basically saying like it was kind of shocking to see, and like he didn't like. You didn't realize it was that bad, but now that we have Duran, it almost kind of fixes that in a way. It's like we knew how bad it was in the last postseasons with like closers and relievers and all that stuff. But now it's like you get Duran in these situations, you're like, that's it. Like he's gonna hopefully fix that. Like that. Yeah. And I sat there and I was like, wow. I was like, maybe that was the key. Maybe that is what might fix this. I don't know. It remains to be seen, obviously, but it was definitely an interesting thing to see at that point.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that. I'm very hesitant to be like, this is going to fix us, but it takes away a big problem.
Yeah, it does.
A big problem. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Milwaukee in that first round. So
yeah, no, they're like I said, they won't stop winning. So we'll see like how long that keeps going. Real quick, I know we're about to wrap up here soon. I wanted to get your thoughts real quick about the whole Kyle Schwarber situation. I know it was brought up earlier, but the whole thing, his dad throwing out the first pitch the other night, and all that other stuff. Like, is it overblown? What's going on with that?
I think them having him throw out the first pitch is a little ridiculous, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I do think that's kind of BS. Mm-hmm. Like, all right, man. Like, come on. Like, this isn't, it's not like he just got the league leading home runs. It's not like he's doing a retirement tour. Like, I think that's a little ridiculous in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But the way that people are reacting, thinking he disrespected the Phillies and he offended the fans, and please give it a rest.
Yeah. It's, I don't know.
I don't think he'll leave. I think they'll give him a blank check. And quite honestly, he needs to retire a Philly.
Yeah.
He does.
No, I know. It's just like there's not much else to say. Like that's just basically been the theme the whole time talking about this contract.
I want him to hit his Is he at 300 home runs yet?
Is he?
No.
I don't think so.
He's only 250, right?
We wouldn't. Yeah. I mean,
I forget.
The Mets were celebrating Alonso hitting 2D3, so we were told about that already.
Franchise, yeah. He leads their franchise. That's cool, buddy.
Yeah.
Right behind Coke sniffer Darryl Strawberry, but whatever.
It's a little ridiculous in my opinion, but yeah. So the Schwarber thing, I don't know. I just like.
I think people are overreacting.
I do. I definitely do think people are overreacting.
He has 326.
Okay. All right. So then he did 300. So.
Which,
he
needs to hit his 500th home run in a Phillies uniform.
Yes. I agree. And it's gonna happen. I'm speaking this into existence, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So,
I mean.
But stop with the overreacting of the whole like throwing out the first pitch. Like if that is like what we're stressing about right now, then
that was wrong. They shouldn't have done that, especially after the rumors. They shouldn't have done that. That's wrong.
I've never seen that before. An opposing player.
That's my point.
That's kind of weird too. So.
That's my point.
Is that not tampering though? Like, is it?
I don't know. I was gonna say that, but
it's got to be right.
Alone. Yeah, it has to be
some sort of tampering. I mean, my goodness, like
Manfred will never hold owners accountable, but I'm not gonna get started on him.
I know. Yeah, we don't have time to talk about Rob Manfred.
No, we don't.
But yeah, overall, bad series. We know that.
Not a great week.
But at the end of the day, listen, this is going to happen. Like we knew that they were going to hit a skid, after kind of coming out of the break on fire. And you can't again, like, I don't know how many more times I gotta say, you can't treat every loss like it's like football, dude. Like, this is an everyday type of sport. And I know there's, some concerns. I understand that.
We tend to do that sometimes.
We do. And it sometimes is deserved, and I understand that. But, at the end of the day, it's just like, you gotta take a deep breath. I'm doing better this year, man. It's like, come on now.
Yeah,
everybody's gotta join me. Everybody's gotta join me right now.
You are doing better. You are doing better. I'm doing worse than you, I think. I think internally you're freaking out. And one day we're gonna have some bad loss, and you're just gonna.
I don't know.
Pause. I feel like I just bust. Like, it's gonna be.
I feel like I had that earlier in the season when we got swept or whatever, but I don't know. I'm trying. I still got belief, man. I still got faith. I always am.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have it till the end of the season. So
yeah.
But they got the Nationals this week, 4-game series, real quick. Just go take 3 or 4. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just 3 or 4 would be nice before you come back home. So I don't need to be stressing about.
There's gonna be a lot of Phillies fans down there.
Yeah, of course. Citizens Bank South, baby.
I knew you were gonna say I set it up for you.
I was going to say, you set me up. Walk right into it. Come on now.
Yeah. No, I remember, dude. I remember that the Phillies were. I knew the Phillies were really bad when I watched the game in Washington, and there were almost no Phillies fans there. I said, "Oh, we're cooked."
Yeah. It shouldn't be like that.
John Mayberry Jr. was playing from center field or wherever he was playing.
What a name!
Good Lord.
It's gonna be interesting to see because I know they said Thompson didn't really announce the full starting rotation yet for the series. I think Luzardo is pitching tomorrow.
Well, I think that's partially they wanted to see what the deal was with Nola. I'm sure he'll get it done soon.
Yeah, I think they said that he might join them on Sunday in Washington. So
he's gonna work out in Lehigh Valley and then join them in Washington on Sunday for the game.
Okay, and then real quick, do you think Wheeler goes on IL? Yes or no?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep. I think they did it in 2022. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Just be safe about it. Just be smart. If you're gonna do it, just do it. Stop beating around the bush.
I think the Cy Young thing is dead. I think Paul Skeens is gonna get it. Which
whatever.
Keep my opinions to myself. But
whatever. Don't care.
Yeah, but whatever. I
want championships.
I was gonna say I want championships. I don't care about Cy Young. I want championships.
Unfortunately, not to be mean. We love Wheeler, but it is what it is. But yeah, so we'll take 3 or 4 from Washington, please. Don't stress me out. Possibly we'll be back in studio live or in person on Sunday. We will see.
Possibly, yes.
But if that's the case, either remote or then new episode will be out Monday morning. Got anything else though?
I'm good. Go Phils.
Go Phils, baby. Come on now. We're good, baby. We're good. Stay with us. All right. Peace.